3-year-olds and up goes 6 furlongs. These are $15,000 claimers. The purse here is $8,500. Number 5, Dixie Leisure, is going to be the favorite here. She's had 2 starts at Oaklawn. Her first one was 6 furlongs. She finished 4th in that one, beat about 9 lengths. Next time they tried to stretch her out to 1 mile and a 16th. She didn't like that at all. She ran way back. She's back to 6 furlongs today, and Luis Quinones is in the saddle as Terry Wallace calls our first race.
And they're off. The outside, that is Buzz Queen getting away nicely along with Dixie Leisure toward the rail. Fact of the matter is, joined by Glacier Mist. Now to the extreme outside, there is Snow Fortune. Also away well was Runaway Rhonda and Cowboy Doll, about 3 lengths back to Fight for a Queen. Followed to her inside by Dixie Can Last, then Miko. And trailing the field, Southland Factor. They move down the backstretch. Dixie Leisure battling for the lead with Buzz Queen, 2.5 back. At the rail is Miss Glacier. To the middle of the track, that is Snow Fortune. Fact of the matter is 5th. Next at the rail is Fight for a Queen, followed by Runaway Rhonda and Cowboy Doll. On the turn, Dixie Leisure continuing to battle it out with Buzz Queen. Miss Glacier is still there in 3rd. To the outside, Snow Fortune is 4th. And here they come into the stretch. Dixie Leisure, Buzz Queen continue to battle it out. Miss Glacier is 3rd. Down the inside, Fight for a Queen is trying to come on in 4th. It is Dixie Leisure at the rail. Buzz Queen to the outside, a furlong to go. Dixie Leisure and Buzz Queen have been battling it all the way, and it's just going to be these two all the way to the wire, and now Dixie Leisure steps on the gas. Dixie Leisure pulling away at the wire. It's Dixie Leisure in front, 1.5 lengths. Buzz Queen 2nd, and Fight for a Queen got up for 3rd.
And it was a 2-horse race here in today's first race. That's jockey Luis Quinones in the saddle on number 5, Dixie Leisure. Another win for Luis at the 1999 Oaklawn meet. Dixie Leisure pays $10, $4.80 and $3. Number 1A, Buzz Queen, was 2nd, $3.60 and $2.60. And number 7, Fight for a Queen, runs 3rd and pays $3. The 5-1 exact is worth $40 even, and the 5-1-7 trifecta, $135.80.
Coleman.
Now the long shot, I'm a bouncer to go in. I'm a bouncer, and to my Alpander, set for a start. Racing. Wild Safari began brilliantly, and the favorite takes the lead early. Up Your Bet in the orange colors goes with him. On the outside is Uncle Pro, 3 abreast with about a half mile to go. Rambling Quack finds his feet to join the lead. Wild Safari now shuffled back to 4th. Then we come back to Sue's Atombaum, who is to the inside of Bitter Man. Outside of that is Blue Vote. Far outside in the pink is Devilit. Then it's I'm a Minister, and I'm a Bouncer is far out of it with 3/8 to go. 3 abreast as they negotiate the far turn. At the rail is Ramblin' Quack. Between runners, we have Up Your Bet in the orange color. Wild Safari getting involved to the outside of Uncle Pro, who has the yellow blinkers. After that is Sue's Atom, 5th and 4 lengths out of it with Bitter Man and Devilit. At the top of the lane, Wild Safari's going on beautifully. And the favorite, Wild Safari, now is going to have to hold off Sue's Atom Bomb, who rallies to the outside. Then it's Uncle Pro to the inside, and a late move from Devilit, 16th pole. Now we have Wild Safari on the lead. Sue's Atom Bomb to the outside of Uncle Pro. Wild Safari just to hold on. Wild Safari beats Sue's Atom Bomb, who ran well. Uncle Pro 3rd. The third race is official. Wild Safari, $5.20 to win. That $2 exacta 4-2 paid $29.80. The $2 trifecta, 4-2-9, $105.60. 5 1/2 furlongs, 106 2. The fourth race is 22 minutes from now at 2:55 with no program changes. 22 minutes from race 4. Now returning to the winner's circle, number 4, Wild Safari, and jockey Justin Vitek. Wild Safari is a 4-year-old roan son of Suzanne Starr out of Safari Queen, foaled in Arkansas by Sonny Williams. The winner is owned by John Skahen. The winning trainer is Tony Ringstor. 21 minutes from race 4. Third.
Now, Subrigate's moving up. They're in the gate. And they're off. Nothing But Running shows that speed along the inside. He will be challenged now by Happy Medium. To the outside is Subrigate. Hicksville Hit settles into 4th. Friends Fly Free to the rail is 5th. Old Chunk of Coal is 6th. Nipaway is 7th as they head for the turn. And Happy Medium and Rob Williams go out there to take command. Nothing But Running right alongside in second by 3. Subrigate to the outside. At the rail is Friends Fly Free. And between those two, Hicksville Hit. It's another 5 lengths further back to Nipaway. And trailing the field, Old Chunk of Coal. They did the opening quarter mile in 23-1 as Happy Medium continues to show the way with Nothing But Running alongside second. 2.5 back to Subrigate, Friends Fly Free, and Hicksville Hit all right together. It's another 5 lengths back to Nipaway and Old Chunk of Coal biding their time as they continue rapidly down the back stretch. And still the battle going on between Happy Medium and Nothing But Running, the half in 46-4. 2 lengths back, that is Friends Fly Free now moving up in 3rd. Subrigate is still 4th. Hicksville Hit 6 lengths off the lead in 5th. Another 3 back then. Old Chunk of Coal and Nipaway beginning to gain on the leaders as they come onto the turn. It is still Nothing But Running and Happy Medium battling for the lead. Friends Fly Free 3rd. 2.5 further back, Subrigate is 4th after 3 quarters in 1:11-4. And here they come into the stretch. Happy Medium's been leading all the way. Now to the middle of the track. Here comes Friends Fly Free. Nothing But Running drops back to 3rd. Subrigate is still 4th. Happy Medium leading away. Friends Fly Free is 2nd. Subrigate 3rd. To the outside, Nipaway trying a late charge. Furlong to go. Happy Medium, Friends Fly Free. They continue to battle it out. Just heads apart. Happy Medium is strong, even though he's the long shot. Happy Medium is making Friends Fly Free run, and Happy Medium's not backing up. Happy Medium's going to score the longest price on the board. He wins it by a neck. Friends Fly Free was 2nd. Nothing But Running held on for 3rd.
Two-way streak recently lost to Blue Victoriate, who won earlier today. He's 9-2. One more left to go in. It's Extrovert. Stand by for race 9. And the racing. Lockwood shows good early speed to the inside of Future Crown. Happy Medium is next, but the speedy Lockwood attempts to fly away. Two-way Streak is next, about 5 lengths from the lead. He's to the outside of Duncan Flash, who passes him. Then it's Cheryl's Gazelle and Extrovert. Around the clubhouse turn they go, and Happy Medium flies up on the inside and intensifies an already hot pace. Lockwood and Happy Medium and Lockwood, they ping-pong on the pace, 6 lengths to the good of Future Crown, who's getting a great trip. Then it's another 4 to Duncan Flash, who is 2.5 clear of Two-Way Streak and Cheryl's Gazelle, and at the tail is Extrovert, last by 12, with about a half mile to go. Still nothing separates Happy Medium and Lockwood. Now Happy Medium takes the lead by a half length. Future Crown is in third, beginning to close in. Then it's Duncan Flash, Two-Way Streak, and the black colors is 6 from the lead to the outside of Cheryl's Gazelle. Extrovert is now just 8 lengths from the lead. And here comes Future Crown with a rush to the outside. Future Crown let loose by Chris Valovich, and he takes the lead. Happy Medium tries to go with him and is doing well. After that is Duncan Flash. He's 3 wide. Extrovert, still an introvert, far out of it. At the top of the lane, Future Crown made that menacing move, but he cannot dispose of Happy Medium, and Happy Medium reclaims the lead. Future Crown is hanging. Then it's Duncan Flash and Extrovert down to the 16th. Happy Medium, Future Crown, and Duncan Flash. Future Crown comes back at him now. It's 1 and 5 to the line together. Happy Medium, yes!
One, 5, 3 is official. $10 to win on number 1, Happy Medium. The exacta 1-5 paid $48.60, and the trifecta 1-5-3 paid $373 even. Ladies and gentlemen, the pick 3 combination for race 7, 8, and 9, the winning combination of 3, 9, and 1 paid $1,098 even. Now entering the winner's circle, Happy Medium and jockey Derek Bell. Happy Medium is a 4-year-old brown colt from Home Builder out of Strike a Balance, bred in Kentucky by Pin Oak Stud. Winning trainer, Tony Rengsdorf. And the winning owner is John Skahen.
Yeah. You guys love Canterbury, don't you? Take these t-shirts. Here we go. Yeah.
2 more left to load. Cash and extra dividend. Set for a start. And racing. Happy Medium comes off well. So does extra dividend to the outside with Jolly Sixpence, who's going to the lead today. After that is Double Portion, about a length clear from Cash Dividend. And they are links from the early. Also Plump is Mac Express. To Sumo Sun. Bear Energy is second last. And Eclectic Trails last and last by 12. Happy Medium leads it from Jolly Sixpence, who is racing in path 5. After that is Extra Dividend, a half clear from Double Portion. The early pace is very honest. Then we come back to Mac Express, who is covering Sumo Sun, 4 lengths out of it. Then it's Cash Dividend, about a half clear from Bear Energy. They're just 7 from the lead and 7 clear from Eclectic. Up the boggy backstretch they go. And battling for the lead, we have Happy Medium and Extra Dividend. Jolly Sixpence is there. Then we come to Double Portion, who joins in third. After that is Sumo Sun, Cash Dividend to the outside of Mac Express. Bear Energy within 5. And still nothing from Eclectic. Off the far turn they roll. Happy Medium in a pace battle every step of the way. Cash make that Extra Dividend the first to give way. And kicking on the outside, Double Portion goes on well. Then we come back to Cash Dividend to the inside of Sumo Sun. Eclectic's coming with his run, but he has a lot of work to do. 9 lengths out of it. And at the top of the lane, Double Portion and Happy Medium cut the corner as one. Eclectic flying from behind, but still 7 lengths out. Happy Medium grinding away with a length and a half lead. Double Portion giving his best. Eclectic flashing up to third, but Happy Medium has done it. And Happy Medium lives up to the hype, winning it by more than 2. Double Portion second. Eclectic ran third. One more left to load. She's Sugar Hill's Miss. A 6-pack for race 5. And they're racing. Q-Bet wins the start, goes off to the lead, joined by to the outside by Sugar Hill's Miss, and Southern Shame is flashing conspicuous speed tonight. Elm Store caught 4 wide. Image of Lou is second last, and the trailer is Satin Philly. 6 covered by 8 with 3/4 of a mile to go. And now Elm Store boots on the outside. Elm Store and Dale Cordova conspicuously pick up the pace. Sugar Hill's Miss is in second. Southern Shame back in third. Q-Bet just checked out of it, and now is 7 lengths from the lead. Image of Lou overtakes her, and after that is Satin Philly. Up the backstretch they go with Elm Store to catch. She leads it nearly 2. Sugar Hills misses to the outside of Southern Shame. Then it's another 5, 5.5 back to Image of Lou. Then it's Satin Philly, and Q-Bet is dropping out of it conspicuously. Less than a half mile to go, and Elm Store bumps the margin to 2 and change. Southern Shame in second to the inside of Sugar Hills Miss. Image of Lou is 9 lengths from the lead and 7 clear from Satin Philly. Then it's a big gap back to Q-Bet, 3/8 to go, and Elm Store continues to set up shop on the lead, and it's Elm Store now by 3. Sugar Hills Miss in a personal battle with Southern Shame. Image-a-Lou is running on. Then it's Satin Philly and Cubette around about the quarter pole, and Elm Store opens up by 6. Elm Store powerfully at the top of the lane. Image-a-Lou has a nice rally to the inside of Southern Shame and Sugar Hills Miss. Then it's Satin Philly down to the final furlong, and Elm Store continues to lead. Image-a-Lou is cutting into the margin, but still has plenty of work to do because Elm Store relaxed early on the lead, and now she is gone. And Elm Store and Dale Cordova win it easily. Satin Philly flies for second. Image-a-Lou ran third. Number 5, Elm Store first. A photo for second. Please hold all tickets. The longest shot on the board. Third to number 3, Image-a-Lou. Fourth, number 4, Cubette. 5-1-3 in race 5. In the winner's circle, it's number 5, Elm Store. 2 wins tonight for jockey Dale Cordova. Elm Store is a 4-year-old chestnut filly by Wolf Power out of Skyburst, foaled in Kentucky by Lucius Blanchard and Catherine Park. Elm Store is owned by John Skahen of Burnsville. Tony Rengstorff is the winning trainer. The assistant is Carol Rengstorff. 1:42 and 2 the running time. $2 exact is $64.80.
And they're off. The outside, that is Buzz Queen getting away nicely along with Dixie Leisure toward the rail. Fact of the matter is, joined by Glacier Mist. Now to the extreme outside, there is Snow Fortune. Also away well was Runaway Rhonda and Cowboy Doll, about 3 lengths back to Fight for a Queen. Followed to her inside by Dixie Can Last, then Miko. And trailing the field, Southland Factor. They move down the backstretch. Dixie Leisure battling for the lead with Buzz Queen, 2.5 back. At the rail is Miss Glacier. To the middle of the track, that is Snow Fortune. Fact of the matter is 5th. Next at the rail is Fight for a Queen, followed by Runaway Rhonda and Cowboy Doll. On the turn, Dixie Leisure continuing to battle it out with Buzz Queen. Miss Glacier is still there in 3rd. To the outside, Snow Fortune is 4th. And here they come into the stretch. Dixie Leisure, Buzz Queen continue to battle it out. Miss Glacier is 3rd. Down the inside, Fight for a Queen is trying to come on in 4th. It is Dixie Leisure at the rail. Buzz Queen to the outside, a furlong to go. Dixie Leisure and Buzz Queen have been battling it all the way, and it's just going to be these two all the way to the wire, and now Dixie Leisure steps on the gas. Dixie Leisure pulling away at the wire. It's Dixie Leisure in front, a length and a half. Buzz Queen 2nd, and Fight for a Queen got up for 3rd. They're in the gate, and they're off. Hosan the Gray breaks quickly for the lead to his inside, or make that Spookamoo rather, breaks for the lead. Coxaslu 2nd. Swangin' Country to the outside is 3rd. Bust the Record moves up with Fast Jerry. Then it's Mickey's Kicker, Ozan, and to the rail, Jake is Jake. Next is Ralph's Prospector, then Coach's Image. The trailer is Turf Baron, but it is Spookamoo who gets the lead by a length. Bust the Record 2nd. They get past the quarter in 23-1. Fast Jerry to the middle is third at the rail. That is Cox's Slew right there in fourth. Swangin' Country, Ozan side by side, fifth and sixth. A gap of 3 to Mickey's Kicker, seventh. Jake is at the rail in eighth, followed by Ralph's Prospector. Next is Coach's Image and the trailer Turf Baron as they move down the back stretch and they continue to chase the gray Spookamoo. He leads it by 3.5, gets past the half in 47-4. Now to the outside, Fast Jerry trying to move up with Swangin' Country. At the rail is Ozan, and also trying to get through at the rail, that is Cox's Slew. Moving up to the middle of the track, Mickey's Kicker and Ralph's Prospector to the final turn. Spookamoo leads the way. Swangin' Country takes up the chase in second. At the rail, Cox's Slew is third. There goes Ralph's Prospector to the outside fourth. Spookamoo leading by 2. Swangin' Country second, Ralph's Prospector third. 3/4, 1:14-1. And here they come into the short stretch of the mile run. Spookamoo's lead is 4. Ralph's Prospector moves up to the outside of Swangin' Country. Mickey's Kicker is fourth. It is Spookamoo by 4 lengths. Ralph's Prospector moves to second. Swangin' Country is third as they drive for the wire. It is Spookamoo at the 16th pole, leading by 7 and pulling away. At the wire, it's all Spookamoo. Swangin' Country coming back on to be second, and Ralph's Prospector third. They're in the gate. And they're off. Showing speed between horses, that is Casey Quick. Out to the outside is Peanut Colony along with Stormy Agreement. Moving up the inside is Dixie Leisure. Between horses, Annex Upstairs, followed by Chandy Ranny. Next between horses goes Keep Me Safe, Bonnie and Howard. After that, Music Try, and the trailer is Evening Purse. They head down the backstretch. Peanut Colony has the lead. Casey Quick is right there with Annex Upstairs. The outside, Stormy Agreement. Down at the rail getting through is Dixie Leisure, followed to the middle of the track by Chandy Ranny. Peanut Colony, Annex Upstairs now battle for the lead. Stormy Agreement to the middle of the track, taking over third. Also coming on the outside is Chandy Ranny. Here they come into the stretch. Annex Upstairs has the lead. To the middle of the track, that's Chandy Ranny. Between horses, Stormy Agreement. Also on in the middle of the track, Bonnie and Howard, along with Dixie Leisure. To the middle now, that is Chandy Ranny. At the rail, Annex Upstairs. About 4 lengths back, Evening Purse and Bonnie and Howard. They drive the wire. Annex Upstairs has drawn clear by 2, and as they come to the wire, it's Annex Upstairs. Margin 2.5. Chandy Ranny running second. Bonnie and Howard got up to finish third. They're in the gate. And they're up. Surrey's Patrica bounds out there for the lead. Accelerating Fun to the outside. Joined in the middle by Schnapp's Little Sister and Awesome Question. Now down to the rail. There goes Marcato into fifth. Breezy's Alibi away sixth. Dixie Leisure seventh. And the trailer, Quick Trigger. They head down the back stretch. Accelerating Fun to the outside takes the lead. At the rails, Marcato. Between them, Awesome Question. Breezy's Alibi ranges up fourth. Surrey's Patrica is right there fifth. Schnapp's Little Sister sixth. Dixie Leisure having to swing wide in seventh, and the trailer is Quick Trigger. Accelerating Fun leading this one by 3.5 now. Marcato is second. Awesome Question third. Dixie Leisure rushes up to the outside. Then down at the rail, Breezy's Alibi is going to need some running room. And here they come into the stretch. Accelerating Fun leads by 3. Dixie Leisure now moving up in second. Marcato still third, followed by Breezy's Alibi. It is Accelerating Fun leading it. Dixie Leisure now bearing down on her in second. To the rail, Marcato is still third. There's a furlong to go. Accelerating Fun's lead is 2 lengths. Down the outside, Dixie Leisure trying to come on now. Accelerating Fun leads it. Dixie Leisure bearing down on her on the outside. Accelerating Fun has something left. Accelerating Fun digs in, and she's going to lead it to the wire. Accelerating Fun by a half. Dixie Leisure second. Close for third between Marcato and Quick Trigger.
About set to go now. Glory Days goes in. Upside Down Susie, the last in line. A quintet for race 6. And there. Race A. The quintet did not miss a beat out of the starting gate. And upside down, Susie shows speed, but so does Dixie Leisure, who grabs the early lead. Glory Days is to her outside. Woman of the Year is tucked away on the inside. Then it's Runaround Sue. She's last and last by 5 with about a half mile to go. Dixie Leisure at her leisure by 3/4. Woman of the Year is creeping up coyly to her inside. Glory Days lay third, 2 lengths from the lead, and a half length clear from upside down Susie. Then it's another 5 to Runaround Sue. 5/16 of a mile to go, and on the lead it's Dixie Leisure, tackled by Woman of the Year to the inside. Glory Days is 4 lengths from the lead and about the same margin clear from upside down Susie, and Runaround Sue at the top of the lane. Dixie Leisure trying to fend the challenge of Woman of the Year. Glory Days is not living up to her name. Then it's upside down Susie and Runaround Sue, 8th pole. Dixie Leisure all out to hold on. Woman of the Year is giving her best, but her best is second best right now, and the leader is Dixie Leisure. Woman of the Year with one last challenge, and here she comes. It's a photo finish. Dixie Leisure in time. Woman of the Year second, Runaround Sue ran third. Race 6 has been declared official. Now entering the winner's circle is number 3, Dixie Leisure, a victorious 2 consecutive times. Dixie Leisure is a 4-year-old chestnut daughter of Dixie Brass out of Nurse's Lounge, bred in Kentucky by Mr. and Mrs. Theodore Kuster and Ingram Holton Grigsby. The winning owner is John Skahen, the winning trainer, Tony Rangsdorf. $4.60 to win on Dixie Leisure. $2 exacta paid $21.80, and the $2 pick 3 on races 4, 5, and 6 had a winning combination of 2, 2, and 3. It paid $121.60. Race 7 is 20 minutes from now. 9:13 is post time. 2 back. Mercedes Melody and Bloomington. Bloomington, the last to load. They're all in the gate. Racing. Bloomington and Mercedes Melody were off well. On My Day flashes a bit of early speed, so does TORRID to the inside. It's Bloomington in the gold colors with the killer crossover gathering the lead. Then we come back to Barbara Ellen, who has secured second. Dixie Leisure is favored and is last with about a half mile to go. Bloomington and Chad Anderson by a length and a piece. TORRID is next. Dixie Leisure flies up on the inside now. Dixie Leisure from last to first in about a 16th. Bloomington goes with that one. TORRID goes in reverse. Barbara Ellen's next. Then it's Mercedes Melody, and the trailer is On My Day. Dixie Leisure a neck. Bloomington trying to cling to her. Then it's 5 back to TORRID and nobody making any impressions from behind. And Dixie Leisure has the race to win or lose at the top of the lane. In fact, Quinones still has her under a triple hammerlock. Dixie Leisure at her leisure right now. Bloomington is running her tail off, but she's 2 lengths off. Then it's TORRID, 8th pole. Dixie Leisure, 4. TORRID flashing out of the crowd to dispute the exacta with Bloomington, but Dixie Leisure is just too good, and Dixie Leisure wins it by 3. TORRID second at 12 to 1. Bloomington ran third. Now entering the winner's circle, number 3, Dixie Leisure and jockey Luis Quinones. Dixie Leisure is owned by John Skahen and trained by Tony Rengstorff. The winner is a 4-year-old chestnut daughter of Dixie Brass out of Nurse's Lounge, bred in Kentucky by Ingram Holton Grigsby and Mr. and Mrs. Theodore Kuster. 20 minutes until the nightcap.
They're at the post. And they're off. Rare Money from the outside. Gray Velvet in the middle of the track. There goes Dixie Doodle. Dixie Doodle up to gain the lead as the field moves into the first turn. Gray Velvet is right there. Spirited Approval is down along the inside. Followed by Roy's the Little One. Cloudman is next. Rare Money, Dinah Popper, and Extrovert trails the field and spots the leader about 11 lengths as they exit the turn and head into the back stretch where the long shot, Dixie Doodle, sets the pace. Dixie Doodle is in front almost 2 lengths. Gray Velvet on the inside has Roy the Little One right alongside of him, running now, taking over, in fact, second. Gray Velvet back to third. Spirited Approval. Cloudman is running fifth, about 4 lengths off for the lead. Then Rare Money, who is just passed by Dinah Popper, and Extrovert is far, far back as the field moves into the turn, and Dixie Doodle continues to lead. Roy the Little One remains in second. Gray Velvet, Spirited Approval, those two are within 4 lengths of the leader. Dinah Popper is along the inside. Cloudman yet to do his best running. Rare Money and Extrovert not firing tonight. At the top of the stretch, it's Dixie Doodle threatening to take this one wire to wire. Dixie Doodle, the whip is out on him. He's clear by 2. Down the center of the track comes Spirited Approval. Spirited Approval taking dead aim on Dixie Doodle. Dixie Doodle bracing himself for Spirited Approval. Here's Gray Velvet closing yet. Dixie Doodle! Look at this 8-horse. He's like a wild horse. And they're off. Rare Money from the outside. Gray Velvet in the middle of the track. There goes Dixie Doodle. Dixie Doodle up to gain the lead as the field moves into the first turn. Gray Velvet is right there. Spirited Approval is down along the inside. Followed by Roy's the Little One. Cloudman is next. Rare Money, Dinah Popper, and Extrovert trails the field and spots the leader about 11 lengths as they exit the turn and head into the back stretch where the long shot, Dixie Doodle, sets the pace. Dixie Doodle is in front almost 2 lengths. Gray Velvet on the inside has Roy the Little One right alongside of him, running now, taking over, in fact, second. Gray Velvet back to third. Spirited Approval. Cloudman is running fifth, about 4 lengths off for the lead. Then Rare Money, who is just passed by Dinah Popper, and Extrovert is far, far back as the field moves into the turn, and Dixie Doodle continues to lead. Roy the Little One remains in second. Gray Velvet, Spirited Approval, those two are within 4 lengths of the leader. Dinah Popper is along the inside. Cloudman yet to do his best running. Rare Money and Extrovert not firing tonight. At the top of the stretch, it's Dixie Doodle threatening to take this one wire to wire. Dixie Doodle, the whip is out on him. He's clear by 2. Down the center of the track comes Spirited Approval. Spirited Approval taking dead aim on Dixie Doodle. Dixie Doodle bracing himself for Spirited Approval. Here's Gray Velvet closing yet. Dixie Doodle!
They're all set. And away they go. The field broke well. From between horses rushing up, that's Princess Bree to take the early lead. Then we come back to Tanya's Token. Up on the outside is Cowboy's Sweetheart. On the rail, Pass 'em All. A bunch field as they head down the backstretch behind the leader, Princess Bree, clear by 2 lengths. Pass 'em All now rushing up to take second. Tanya's Token in third. Then we come back to Our Happy Misty. On the outside of that, Ashley Light and Cowboy's Sweetheart. Behind that, racing in 7th is Wistar. Up on the outside is Crowning Glory. Then we come back to the tandem of Cuddling Gal and Dashing Shannon. As they make their way towards the turn, up front a 3-way battle between horses. Tanya's Token a short lead. Up on the outside of that comes Our Happy Mystery. Now racing 4 wide is Crowning Glory. Crowning Glory now rushing up to take the lead from Our Happy Misty. On the rail in third is Tanya's Token. Then we come back to Wish Star, followed by Princess Bree. On the rail, pass them all. Center of the track gaining ground is Cowboy Sweetheart. But it's Crowning Glory, the one they got to catch, has the class and has the lead. Crowning Glory in front. Our Happy Misty in second. Wish Star trying to make a rally in third, but they're not going to catch Crowning Glory. This filly of Caller ID, much too impressive here. Crowning Glory, your impressive winner, drawing away under Vicky Warhol, finishing second. Our Happy Misty. Wish Star running third.
With the hot jockey, the last in line. And the favorite Tricky Now with the hot jockey, the last in line. And the six-pack is ready. And they're racing. Bad beginning for Lightning Mac. He checked back to last. Jim's Grand Slam shows keen early speed, and as they go to the 7 furlong mark, Jim's Grand Slam is making the pace. I'm Able To is next to the inside of Your Honor. Outside of that is Tricky Now, who's good to go in the purple colors. Then it's another 4 to the slow starting Lightning Mac, and Cannonball 6 trails. 3/4 of a mile to go, and Tricky Now joins Jim's Grand Slam on the lead. Those two pick up the pace in perfect harmony. In fact, the early pace now is fast. Up the Canterbury backstretch they go. Jim's Grand Slam leads it by a neck. Tricky Now just to his outside. 3 lengths after that to I'm Able To. Lightning Mac is beginning to close in from 9 lengths out of it to the inside of Your Honor and the outside of Cannonball 6. And as they negotiate the far turn, we still have a hot pace battle. Jim's Grand Slam still unyielding on the lead. Tricky Now right at his throat. After that is I'm Able To. Lightning Mac still has a lot of work to do after the slow start to the inside of Your Honor and Cannonball 6. Off the far turn they roll, and Tricky Now takes the lead. Tricky Now looks to dispose of Jim's Grand Slam, but at the top of the lane, those two are locked in battle. It's Tricky Now to the outside. He takes the lead. Jim's Grand Slam is struck out. After that, we have I'm Able To and Your Honor. They run down to the final furlong, and Tricky Now put their backs against the wall, and he is gone. Home run for Tricky Now, and jockey Derek Bell wins his 3rd race tonight easily. It's Tricky Now to win it by a good 7 from Your Honor, and Jim's Grand Slam ran 3rd. Tonight's 7th race is official. Tricky Now paid $4 to win. That $2 exacta 7-6 paid $11.40. 1 mile in a lickety split, 138 and 3. Now entering the winner's circle, number 7, Tricky Now. 3 victories tonight for jockey Derek Bell. Tricky Now is owned by John Skahen and trained by Tony Ringsdorf. Tony's assistant is Carol Ringsdorf. Tricky Now is a 3-year-old brown colt by Tricky Creek out of Not Now, Honey, bred in Kentucky by Mike Elliott. The 8th race is 18 minutes from now. Scratch number 6, Lawless Lad. Race number 8 with exacta, trifecta, and superfecta wagering. For those of you new to Canterbury, the superfecta back goes pop, and Becky pops out of the starting gate and grabs the early lead. 4th ending finds her feet. She rallies up to join the lead. Goodbye My Love, RJ Solo Flight also prominent with Madison's Coin, and Swell Adele is last with about a half mile to go. 4th ending takes the lead 3/4 of a length. Madison's Coin keeps her company to the outside. RJ Solo Flight to the inside. Goodbye My Love's getting mud in her face just to the inside of the second last horse, who is Becky, and the trailer is Swell Adele. 5/16 of a mile to go, and it's Derek Bell in 4th Fourth Ending first up to the top of the lane. Fourth Ending doing it beautifully too. She leads by 2. Goodbye My Love taken from the outside by Paul Nolan. She rallies to a joint second with RJ Solo Flight. Madison's Coin is finished. At the top of the lane, Fourth Ending needs to dig deep and find more. RJ Solo Flight attacks to the outside. Goodbye My Love 3 wide, and Swell Adele's gathering them in late. A 16th out. RJ Solo Flight. Here comes Swell Adele flying on the outside. Swell Adele and RJ Solo Flight. Flight and Adele, and it's very tight. 3-1 in a spine tingler. Five, 6, and 7. Scratch from race 5. Post time is 3:28. Now in the winner's circle, number 1, Swell Adele and jockey Larry Taylor. Swell Adele is a 3-year-old gray daughter of Well Decorated out of Enchanted Run, bred in Kentucky by Barry Demas Jr. John Skahen is the winning owner, the winning trainer, Tony Ringstorff. Swell Adele, unseen since April at Oaklawn Park, lands the prize in dramatic fashion. That $2 pick 3 on races 2, 3,